Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're in the world. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Jasmy update. Yesterday, after the flash crash that we had in the market, I came up with a video on Jasmy saying that there was no need to panic as we were sitting right on support and we hadn't broken any sort of structure on the Jasmy price chart. So today we'll look at the price chart one more time to try and figure out what exactly is happening with the price chart. But I can tell you something, this whole structure you see right here on the Jasmy price chart is an optimistic structure. I'll show you a couple of examples from the stock market, BTC and XRP, how this structure usually works, and I can tell you it's a really optimistic structure. Actually, it suggests that the Jasmy bottom may be in. I'll begin here by giving you a little background of the structure before we get into the example so that you can have a very clear idea of what exactly we are talking about. And I want to acknowledge the blockchain backer because he's the first person to discover this kind of a structure, right? But before I do that, I just want to ask you to delicately tap the like button. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. People looking for this kind of information will now be able to find it much more easily. Also, if you're interested in Jasmy, I would encourage you to subscribe to the channel because I do TA on Jasmy on a regular basis, right? Without me running my mouth too much, let me get into the real stuff. So the structure I'm talking about is a 7-wave crashing structure where we're looking for a parabolic run, and then after the parabolic run, you have your initial crash right here. You have a retrace, and the retrace can be a minimum of the 0.5 retracement level all the way up until the top right here, right? And then finally, you have another wave which goes below the first wave right here, and then you have your fourth wave here. Then we have the signature of the structure right here, which looks like a 5-wave count right here, where you be saying 1, then you have 2, 3, 4, 5. You finally get that, and then you have a retrace again to come up with wave 6, and then finally you get into the 7th wave, and this 7th wave marks the bottom of the structure. Now what happens after the 7th wave may differ. You may actually quickly reverse like this, or you may kind of work of accumulate or do different kinds of things, but the bottom line is the bottom would have been set right here. So yeah, this is the structure we're going to look at. Back to our Jasmy price chart, we have this parabolic run right here, and then we have our first crash right here, which is wave 1. We come up on wave 2, right? We finally break below this wave here, wave 1, to come up with wave 3, and then after wave 3, obviously wave 4, then wave 5 right here. But notice what happens in the 5th wave. You remember these 5 waves I was talking about in the 5th wave. So let me quickly finish this here and then I'll come back to that. And then we have our wave 6 here as a retrace of the 5th wave right here, and finally we get to the 7th wave right here. So let's go ahead and zoom this one more time. On the 5th wave, you can see that we actually have the 5 waves I was talking about, where you have this one is your first wave, the second wave, then this is your third wave, obviously, 4th and 5th. So we have 5 waves here. In the 5th wave, you have a roll up, wave 6, and then finally your wave 7 should mark the bottom. So in this structure here, we'll be suggesting that the bottom sits right at 0.008 or 88, right? Now let's go ahead and check examples. We'll start here with the XRP price chart back then in August 2020, where you can see that we have the same crashing structure here. You have a parabolic run right here, right? You have your first wave here, the second one, right? You break below the first wave right here to come up with wave 3, then you are into wave 4, and then you have these 5 waves, not maybe visible on the 4-hourly time frame here on the XRP price chart, but you have those 5 waves again here to make up the 5th wave. You roll up in wave 6, and finally you get your 7th wave, and this marks your bottom. This particular structure on the XRP price chart here, the Wyckoff accumulation, probably the same thing that we have on the Jasmy price chart. We also have got this Wyckoff accumulation happening right here. So yeah, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you can have different things happening after the 7th wave, but it doesn't change the fact that the bottom would have already been in right here, right? Let's quickly check the second example here, which is the Bitcoin price chart. Back then in 2015, you can kind of see that we have the same structure here, where you have your 1, right? You retrace right there, you break below wave 1, and then you get to wave 3, then you come up in a 4th wave, right? 5th wave. In your 5th wave, you should come up with 5 Elliott wave counts right here. We can actually have them. I'll zoom them and count them with you together. Then we have our 6th wave right here, and then the 7th wave will mark the bottom. As I said, let's go ahead and check out the 5 waves in the 5th wave right here. So basically you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have your fifth wave right here. So really good on the Bitcoin price chart. Same thing happening on the Jasmy price chart as well. Let's check out the Dow Jones Industrial Average Index. Back then in 2007, you can kind of see we have the same structure right here. You have your initial crash, you have your retrace, right? You go for the third wave to break below the first wave right here, and then you retrace in a fourth wave. You have those 5 waves in the fifth wave right here, and then after the fifth wave you retrace in the sixth wave. Finally you go on to hit the bottom in the seventh wave right here. Let's quickly go one more time and look for our 5 waves in the fifth wave, and you can kind of see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to come up with the fifth wave on the Dow Jones there. So yeah, this is just another example. Actually on the Dow Jones I actually saw it 2 times right here. The other time was as far as 1900. Okay, 1900, that's really good. So we have basically the same structure one more time, where after this parabolic run here right here you have 1, 2, 3, right? You come up in the wave 4, and then you can see those 5 waves in the fifth wave right here. Let me quickly do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to come up with the fifth wave. This thing is called the fifth wave. You roll up a bit to make up wave 6, right? And then finally you have your excess to make your seventh wave, and then this is your bottom. So yeah, you have seen the structures. It's basically the same thing that we have on the Jasmy price chart. We have that 7 wave crash here, and then this will be suggesting that the bottom for Jasmy is already in. Now obviously there is another possibility right here. We've been studying this wake of accumulation on the Jasmy price chart, but we may break this support right here. But for me, it depends on the manner of how we break this support right here. If we quickly break this support right here and have a quick retrace right here, the moment this happens, I'm turning very bullish, because this will now be a confirmation that this one right here was in the spring, but this one would be suggesting that this one is actually the spring right here. So I'll be turning very bullish on the Jasmy price chart once something like this happen. It depends on the manner of how we break the support right here. So yeah, that's pretty much it from me. I'm suggesting that according to the structures we have looked at, the bottom for the Jasmy price chart is already in. So don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. See you on the next one. Take care. Bye.